Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Dade County Weekly Update. My name is Carey Anderson. I do public information for the county. Remember, you can type in your questions in the comment section during this live update. And if you don't want to ask your question during the live broadcast, you can always email us at info@dadecounty-ga.gov. Thank you so much for coming to the right place for the right information. We do have several guests with us today. So today we'll be hearing from Anthony Dade, who is the director of the Children's Advocacy Center here in Dade County. We'll be hearing from Alison Henderson, who's our 4-H program director, and County Executive Ted Rumley will be talking about Governor Kemp's new executive orders that were put out. I do want to say, I hope you noticed my shirt. I'm wearing a t-shirt today for our live update, and it says Every Child Matters. April is Childhood Abuse Prevention Month. And I want to say a special thank you to Martha Baker and the team of folks that she had with her today for putting our blue pinwheels on the historic courthouse lawn. And I've got some little pinwheels here. These are little magnets. If they show up on your car anywhere in Trenton or Dade County, take a picture, post it on your social media, and then put it on somebody else's car. Let's see if we can get a lot of support and awareness about Childhood Abuse Prevention Month. Anthony will be talking more about that today as well. If you know somebody who would be interested in hearing from any of our guests today, go ahead and invite them to watch this live broadcast or start a watch party so that you can hold your own discussion as well. Remember that you can also watch this later on Facebook or YouTube, and sharing the links to our videos is really, really easy to do. We also have some calendar events coming up. County Executive Rumley is going to talk about one of those a little bit later, new ribbon cutting. He'll tell you when and where that's going to happen as well. So right now we'll get started with Anthony Dade with the Children's Advocacy Center.
Thanks, Carey, and thanks everybody for having me today and for giving me this opportunity to speak to you guys. Like Carey said, I am Anthony Dade. I'm the Executive Director of the Children's Advocacy Center. We actually serve Dade County, but we also serve Catoosa, Chattooga, and Walker counties, and we assist in the centralized activities of all agencies involved in the intervention and prevention of child abuse. We offer services for physically and emotional safety of children and their non-offending caregivers. We offer forensic services and advocacy services to aid in the investigative process. And then we also offer mental health services to help those children and their non-offending caregivers heal after abuse has taken place. We have 3 offices. As Carey said, we have one office here in Dade County. We're open on Mondays here in Dade County at our office for mental health services. We have myself and we have Felix Cruz, who is one of our other mental health counselors, and we provide trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy and play therapy to those children and their non-offending caregivers. The only real stipulation or requirement that we have for mental health services is that the child has to have experienced trauma, but we don't just take referrals off the street. We can receive referrals from either law enforcement or from the Department of Family and Children's Services, from outside mental health providers, or from the school system. Right now, in our mental health offices, we're seeing about 75 or 80 children a week, and that's not counting their non-offending caregivers. In 2020, we received 260 reports of child abuse in the 4 counties, with the majority of those being sexual abuse cases. So what does that mean? So only a small portion of abuse is ever reported. And so 260 of those children were actually brave enough to come forward and to report their either abuse or neglect. So on the old courthouse lawn there, we planted this morning 260 pinwheels. And those 260 pinwheels represent those 260 reports of abuse. As Carey said, April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. And this month we have lots of activities going on. This is probably our busiest time of the year. We did our main pinwheel plant at our main office yesterday. We did the one in Dade today. We are having several fundraisers and I'll tell you a little bit how to get to some of those fundraisers in just a minute. We also have, this year is something special. We have 2 billboards that we have received. One is in Lafayette. It's on Highway 27 headed toward Lafayette. And then we have one on 41 Highway in Ringgold coming out of East Ridge. So if you see those billboards, take a picture, post it on our social media, letting us know that you have seen that. Also, coming up probably next week, we're going to have a stuffed animal display there in Fort Oglethorpe. It's going to be in the Battle View, I believe that's right, Battle View Shopping Center where Soho is there in Fort Oglethorpe. And what we're doing, again, with the 260 reports of child abuse, we're going to have 260 stuffed animals representing each one of those children in there. So if you get to Fort Oglethorpe and if you have a chance to go by there, again, take your picture. We're going to have some really good information there about some of our services and about the reports that we receive. We have some really, really great partners in Dade County, and we couldn't do what we do without these community partners. We're blessed that we are able to be here at least one day a week. And we're really excited that we're able to provide these services to the children of Dade County. So how can you find out more about the Children's Advocacy Center and what we do? You can check us out on our webpage. It's www.caclmjc.com. Or you can always find us on Facebook. It's CACLMJC on Facebook as well. Give us a like. Let us know that you support what we're doing. And thanks again for this opportunity.
Next, we'll hear from Alison Henderson with Dade County 4-H.
Hi, I'm the Dade County 4-H educator, Alison Henderson, and I've got 2 things to remind you of today. One is a new thing. If you have a child in the 1st through 5th grade, sometime Monday or Tuesday, check their backpacks because they will have a flyer like this, and it is announcing our livestock showing meeting that will be Tuesday at 6 p.m. If you have a child in the 1st through 12th grade, they can show livestock through 4-H. If you are interested in all, you are not obligated to show just because you go to this meeting, but if you've always wondered what all is involved in showing livestock, they can show cattle, they can show hogs, they can show sheep, they can show goats. So any of those, that's going to be Tuesday night, 6 p.m. in the Ag Center, and it's just an interest meeting if you're interested in learning about what livestock showing requires. The second thing I want to remind you of is if you have a 4th or 5th grader, they have already gotten one of these flyers in their backpacks before spring break, and if they are interested in doing a project achievement presentation, then the window for uploading their video is open right now. They have until April 14th to do make a presentation on any topic that they like. Get you to take a video of them with your phone, call our office, we will give you the upload link, and if they turn in a video, everyone that turns in a video, no matter how good or how bad or how short or how long it is, everyone that uploads a video will get a Northwest Georgia 4-H t-shirt. So you have until April 14th to call our office, get your video uploaded. If you need help uploading your video or if you need someone to video your presentation, then just call the Ag Center and we will be glad to help you with that as well.
Good report, thank you. Hope everyone's having a good day. I've got a little rain coming this way tonight and on in tomorrow and weekend, so we'll be keeping you updated on that. Alex is kind of going to be giving us updates. He's working on that right now, so don't look for anything severe or anything. The wind's blowing out there pretty hard now, but we do have quite a bit of rain coming, so we'll keep you up on that. Give an update this morning on County Road 6 on Evan. Hope to be putting some pavement down next week up there on that. Some if this weather don't mess us up, and we'll be getting real close by the end of the week. Hopefully by the end of the next week or middle, we'll give you a really good report. So we're getting right to the end of this thing, and hopefully we'll have it opened up here in the next week or two and turn traffic back on it. The vaccination, we still are giving vaccinations downstairs. We do have that posted online, the number there for our health department to contact. Also, I went by this morning. They were down at the Four Fields, primary was. They had their mobile people setting up down there. Talked to them, and they said, they're a drive-by. You don't have to get out of your car. You can just drive through. But I do have a number here to call on that. It's 706-956-2665. And when it answers, you punch option 2, and then it'll guide you through the scheduling. And that way, you can actually, if you don't want to come in the health department here and feel more comfortable there in your car, we do have a drive-through. Also, we still are getting quite a few people over in Catoosa County at the Colonnade. They're still going really strong and smooth over there. And I did understand they were going to change some hours and maybe have some more Saturday hours. Do you know anything about that, Carey?
I have not heard that yet.
Yeah.
We will put it out as
That's just keep up with that because it's a real simple, quick thing over there. Also, you just you don't get out of the car there either. Just pull up, go through a couple of stations there, and then they'll give you your vaccination. So, anyway, so that's three options that you have, and of course testing. We still do have several places that are doing testing. Our health department does not do that now. They're devoting their time on actually giving the vaccine. But we have those places on the website with numbers and all if you want to be tested. Let's see here now. We had Miss Melissa Christensen Bradford was sworn in yesterday. She will be taking her dad's place on the commission. We did vote the other night for her to do that, and it's actually temporary until November. That's when the next election will be, and whether she'll run for that's her decision. But it will be for that district out there on the mountain, and it'll be, if you're elected during that election, you'll serve 3 years, the rest of Alan's term that he would have been actually a commissioner. I had some people asking about how that worked and everything, as far as us appointing her, or appointing a person. Well, we found out, and I've said this a couple of times, but we found out we had 15 days from the time Alan passed away, that moment, to actually fill that seat. And that was a state law or whatever, and so it didn't seem right to do that. It looks like they would give you more time, but they didn't. But anyway, I think she'll do a great job, and and she surprised me, that they stepped up like that, because it'd be a hard thing to do, really, to do that and try to fill those shoes, because Alan, as all of you know, he's a good man, and but I can't think of a better person right now to do that. And I think, like I said, I think she's going to do a great job, and she'll be just like us. In fact, she's got Alan's number. She kept her dad's number, or the cell number. So the people that were used to calling Alan, she's ready for call and talk to Melissa, and she'll help you any way she can, just as Alan. And if you need myself, my cell number is very available, 667-8999, or in the commissioners. We'll do everything we can to help you. Ribbon cuttings, and we've had, this is good news, positive news. Tractor Supply, we had the ribbon cutting Saturday morning. And that was really a big event. That really was. There was more people than I thought was going to actually attend. I know we gave away 250 hot dogs over there, and could have gave away probably another 100. I guess I just never dreamed that we'd have that many people. But it was a good day for Dade County, a good day for Tractor Supply, and so I know they appreciate you patronizing them. And it was a good day. Dollar General ribbon cutting. We'll have that in the morning at 10 o'clock out at the Davis community out there on 301 North, and right there at Smith Road. So if you're out in that area in the morning at 10 o'clock, that'll be a special time too there. We're glad to have them out there on the mountain. I know all the people, they're glad to have it too. It's very convenient. The Fred's people, talked to them again yesterday. and down at the old Fred's, they hope to have everything turned, or they've got to have everything turned over to the Dollar General Market people by the end of this month. And then it'll take them probably a couple of weeks to stock it, maybe a little longer. And I look for them to open maybe in about the middle of May, maybe. That we've not got a definite on that, but just from the way that the others have opened. And it's going to be a big store. It's going to be nice, and be a little different, than the standard Dollar General. The grant program's still going on for our job. Our people that have been actually affected by the COVID, as far as helping them find jobs here. You can call her 657-462-5 number and talk to Paula Stallings. She can help you on that to see if you qualify. The Tire Amnesty Day, that's a big day for a lot of people. A lot of people showed interest in that. That's going to be May the 1st, and it's from 9 to 3. And we're asking, again, no commercial tires or the large tractor tires or truck tires. We can take up to 20 tires per resident. We're going to stick with Dade residents only. Standard car and truck and motorcycle tires. They're asking them to be clean with no mud, water, or rocks. And our makeup day, though, will be May the 8th if it were to rain us out. And Carey mentioned Governor Kemp. If you didn't see that on the news this morning or today, today is the day that we actually, Georgia, he has actually opened back up the normality of Georgia as far as the restaurants, our social meetings and all that, the 6 foot distancing, that's supposed to have all went away, and and even the mask. But the mask is something that, even the social distancing. If a restaurant wants to do that, that's their call. So you may have some people that are in business, whether it be restaurants or whatever, that still feel uncomfortable with actually going back to normal, and they can do that. That's when you walk in that door, it's their business. And but I think most of them are ready to get back to normal, and so it's been almost a little bit over a year since all this started, and so just use common sense as I said before. I do know that he did not. He has actually extended the state of emergency through April, and there's a lot of reasons for that. You say what's the difference in, but that still gives him authority to make a change immediately if he needs to, and he sees this is not working or whatever, without going through legislation and going through the whole, having to call legislation back in, and them giving him this power back, because this emergency, this power was given to him by the legislators and senators. So that that's been a year ago. So he's renewed this, and we'll see. Come April 30th, he may actually totally open it back up and remove the emergency status. Let's see here. You got anything else? Let's see, Jenkins Park cleanup. I see that on here. It's going to be Saturday at 11 o'clock down at the city park down here. If you want to participate in that, I think the Alliance for Dade in Tree City, is that right? Are they teaming?
It's Jennifer Blair and the City of Trenton.
Okay. They're trying. There's a lot of stuff down there that. Debris and stuff that needs to be picked up, and they're wanting all the volunteers they can get. So if you could help, even if you could help 30 minutes, an hour, or the whole time, just show up down there, and they'll, I'm sure, furnish you a garbage bag and some gloves probably. But they said bring your gloves, but I'd say they'll have some extras. I'll go in my update here. We in Dade County, we've had 20 positive cases, positive tests in the last 2 weeks. Right now we're at 1,178 in Dade County. We've had 11 deaths so far and 6 hospitalizations. That's since last March. Walker County, they've had 142 in the last 14 days test positive. Right now they're at 6,272. And Catoosa County, they've had 112 in the last 2 weeks. And they're at 5,434 total cases, and they actually that's been since last March. But Chattooga County, they've had 41 in the last 14 days, and they're at 2,189 today. So their numbers, I mean, we're having a lot of people vaccinated, and these numbers here, they're just like us. All health departments in Northwest Georgia have stopped testing. It's not as convenient as it was. So these are people here that actually, went to be tested, and a lot of them I'm sure paid. So that's to me is pretty big numbers. I mean, really. But things are kind of leveling off because of the vaccinations, but still, it surprises me that hopefully the next couple of weeks as we do this, that these numbers right here will be dropping, especially the positive test. Let's move down to Tennessee. Hamilton County, they've got 42,677 positive cases since March of this past year. Right now, they have 550 active cases, but they've had 41,647 that have recovered from COVID. But they've had 480 deaths. Marion County, right now they're at 3,070 since last March. They have 24 active. They've had exactly 3,000 recoveries out of that 3,070. And they've had 46 deceased, 46 deaths up there. Also, they've had 849 hospitalizations, and I mean, that's since March of last year. 11,976 deaths, and they've actually had 9. Is that right? Plus 9 since yesterday.
Yes,
9 deaths. Tennessee. Yeah, it's in Tennessee. Yeah. Move down to Alabama. Jackson County, they're at 6,749 as we speak today, and they've had 108 deaths. They've had 49 cases positive in the last 14 days. That's in Jackson County. DeKalb County, they have 8,727 positive cases since last March or last year. They've had 181 deaths. And they've had 36 cases in the last 14 days reported. That's in DeKalb County. Well, that's the numbers. I mean, just that they're not good, but they're not that bad. At least they're kind of. It seems like they're leveling off. So still use common sense out there. Even though the governor's relieved these restrictions, a lot of you have already gotten used to kind of wearing masks into the Bilo or to the Food City and Ingles and all. And at your restaurants, and use your own judgment and go by your feelings. I mean, if you feel like you need to do this for another month or two or whatever, that's fine. Don't be bashful to do it, because I think people's kind of gotten used to seeing people with masks on, and so we appreciate everyone watching. Carey, we got any questions or anyone that you got anything that maybe we left out today? You or myself, anyone?
Questions, we're good.
Okay, all right. Just keep in contact. 667-8999 is my cell number, 423 area code, and 657-4625. That's our local number here in the office. Or you can call any of our commissioners or Carey, and we'll try to keep you updated or answer any questions that you might have. So we appreciate everyone, and we'll see you next week.